You hear it now?
It's just something about this intro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front it. I love this intro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey.
Larry put a lot of work into finding it.
I sure did. This episode is brought to you by Credit Express.
There you go. Plug your shit.
Because you won't, motherfucker.
Damn right. I did it one time. Like episode 4. I was like...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the building with the Mancave Podcast, episode 64.
I think so.
We got my boy, Mr. Red Food, Pachi Hillard in the motherfucking building. Oh, George ain't gonna give you air horn. I'll give you the air horn. If I can find that motherfucker.
If I can know how the fuck this shit works.
Which one is it, Larry? Go ahead. Yeah.
Fuck you, Jorge. Yeah.
Oh, now it's a race thing. All right.
It's always a race thing.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Okay. George done fucked something up. It's all
Yeah,
good.
not the one fucking aggressively pressing buttons and this shit.
But yeah, we're going to get into a lot of shit today. We're going to dive into my boy's backstory since he's never told anybody anything about him. He might be a fucking secret agent. We don't know. We're going to unpack the most mysterious man in the world, and we'll talk about some other goofy shit. So make sure you stay tuned for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's it, I guess.
Yeah,
Make sure
ready?
you like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yes, sir. All right. So the first thing I'm going to ask you right off the back is, what is your favorite anime and why is it One Piece?
My favorite anime, fun fact, is not One Piece.
Oh, good, because that shit is trash.
Good.
Yeah.
Debate, I see.
Yeah, debate. I'm a masturbator. Get that? I'm a masturbator. No?
We're going to leave it
Yeah,
alone.
thank you. I was waiting for him to stop, but he just kept going.
Well,
That's what masturbators do.
See,
When I say it, it works.
That's how you should have did it.
this is racist.
messed up.
It's actually racist.
How?
I don't get it.
I'm black.
You're Puerto Rican. Are you black? Because we're going to figure it out.
You know, I could be. I don't know. I never knew my father.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, in my defense, I don't know if my dad was in jail or not. In my defense.
Wow.
He might have. Maybe Larry's pop knows.
Wow.
Ex-Rare.
Starting off strong. In this
Where did you grow up?
West Philadelphia.
You grew up in West Philly?
Born and raised.
Which part?
Playground where I spent most of my days.
Okay, so you're born in
Chilled out.
What?
Huh?
What?
Chilling out.
Okay.
Solid. Maximum cool.
Where did you grow up?
Shooting some b-ball.
That's your idol right there?
Negative.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hey, it's a catchy song.
It's giving slap a nigga.
Right.
I've slapped plenty of people before.
All right, so go back to your favorite anime that's not One Piece.
Yeah, it's Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star. Okay. What do you like about that trash ass show?
How is it trash? You don't even know what it is.
I do know what it is. They had a trash ass. All their fight scenes was trash.
Wow.
There's a video game for it, right?
Yeah.
Trash.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I don't know.
Larry's saying this because his favorite character is Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is just confused all the time.
I don't think that's what it is, but sure, go off, sis. Fist of the North Star. Okay. Maybe I'll send George some clips because I know he ain't never watched that
Yeah, I'm
shit.
not a big anime guy.
Never even
really?
heard of that shit.
Yeah.
You never know. You might find one you like. I feel like since the pandemic, a lot of people have started watching anime more.
No, everybody watched anime at some point, but some people were too afraid to be
This is
seen
true.
as nerds or geeks for watching it. So they just kind of like hid it from everybody. And George is one of those people.
Definitely not.
So did you not watch like any anime?
No, I mean, I've watched anime. Death Note, Attack on Titan. That's really about it.
People love Death Note, but I hate that. I hate it so much.
It's a great anime. Horrible ending.
Yeah, actually, I hated the ending.
Yeah.
And now I think about it.
It just doesn't vibe with me. I just never liked it. I don't know why. I just don't.
All right. But really, I do want to know, you grew up in West Philly, where?
Yes. I grew up in West Philly on 62nd and Master Street.
62nd and
not Master.
Master?
Lansdowne.
Okay. So you grew up in like what back then was like a very dangerous.
Yeah,
actual
it
area.
was pretty bad back then. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'll probably say what? I was born in the 90s. I want to say 98 or whatnot. I'll probably say it was really. I realized how bad it was.
Okay.
Because I was more so. I want to say I was more so at 8 falling into it because I started falling into wrong people just being out a lot or whatnot. But it was like back then it was like more of a when they tell you the cliche like it takes a village to raise a child or whatnot.
Right.
I had a lot of that low key growing up back and like people that didn't know me but knew like, oh, your uncle is so and so. They were like, oh no, you gotta get out of here. You gotta leave out of here. You can't be here right now.
So they knew your uncle and shit, but not your pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Takes a village.
Hey man, sometimes you know.
God, we don't actually know if this is a sore spot for him, Jordan, and you're just pouring it the fuck on.
What if I start crying?
Even we got a clip here, guys.
The clip is crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Using my pain for views.
You got Hetty right there to keep you focused.
Using my pain for views.
Did your I think I remember you saying your granddad raised you.
Actually, yes, my grandfather and my grandmother.
Your grandfather, grandma.
Yes.
From which side? Like your mom's parents or your?
Who knows?
Oh, you don't even know that?
I don't even know that.
Oh, crazy.
Fun fact. Actually, no. She was my grandmother for most of my life until I found out later on that she was really my aunt because she was my mom's sister.
You had one of those situations happen.
I never knew until I got older.
We gotta take a whole step back. Okay, so you're how old when you realize that?
Oh no, I was what? I was in high school when I found this out.
Okay,
I didn't find out none of this until I was like in high school.
Where was your mom?
Dead, long gone, dead.
Wow.
How old were you when your mom died?
I was 3 months old.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Mind you, I only found a lot of this out because when I was I think I was in like 11th or 12th grade, honestly. Which ironically enough, a lot of the stuff happened around the time. But applying for school or whatnot, to go to college or whatnot, I had to get a lot of information or whatnot. It was like, oh, you need your parents' death certificate to apply for financial aid and et cetera, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, when I finally get my mom's death certificate, and you know, they were pretty, I didn't think death certificates were this detailed a lot of times, but it was pretty detailed about what happened, how she passed and stuff like that. And once I found that out, I kind of like, I went to like a real spiral of depression at that point. I wound up dropping out of college or whatnot. I was living by myself at the time. I had moved out. I had a room. I rented out a room. I was like 17. And I rented out a room or whatnot.
Damn.
I was a shut-in for a little while. And then like a lot of times, I probably say like from like, I want to say from like 15 to like 18. Like in that time span, like from 15 to 17, I was in the streets a little bit. Like, you know, just doing like, you know, regular stuff that, you know, what you would think my industries would be doing. Right. I was fighting a lot. That was a lot of things I did when I was young. I fought a lot, like growing up or whatnot. And like in the time frame when I found out, it was just like, oh, all right, well, fuck this, that, and the third. Like honestly, for my 12th grade year, I don't even remember going to school, but I still passed. Like I don't even remember.
You must have went to Overbrook.
Definitely. Yeah. And considering it no longer exists, it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Who are you to refute me? Who? I was there.
So you find out as a high school kid that your mom's dead. You don't know your dad.
Nope.
Yeah, your grandma becomes your aunt.
Yeah, basically.
Where was your granddad? Did he unpack any of this for you?
No.
It's just you just growing up, don't have a clue of what the fuck is going on.
A lot of stuff with my grandfather or whatnot. To keep it frankly, he wasn't my real grandfather. It was just somebody that I called my grandfather the same way I called my grandma because I was told this. Yeah. This is what I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so nobody really unpacked anything. And honestly, I didn't give people a chance to unpack stuff. Like growing up, there was always like whispers. Like people always said stuff like, "Oh, you know, grandma's not really your grandma, this and the third." But I don't know if that was, you know, out of a, I'm telling you to help you, or it's a slight towards you, like you don't belong here type stuff. Like that.
Wow.
Because like where I grew up, it was a bunch of us, and so it was like these people had their relatives that all stayed together. Mind you, the house we had was pretty big. But we were all living in this house at the time. So it was like, these three are sisters, these three are brother and sisters, and these other two people are related. And then there's just me. The only person is like this. So it was like, I was already exiled, basically. Okay. Everybody would go do stuff or whatnot. I wouldn't get to do anything because everybody did stuff with their family members and their relatives. Which, you know, at the time I didn't really understand, you know, this and the third. So it was like, whatever or whatnot. But for a majority of the time, like when I was younger, I used to stay in the house all the time. But then they told me, oh, you're in the house too much, go outside. Then when I went outside, oh, you're outside too much, stay in the house. You always want to be outside.
You couldn't win.
Yeah, I couldn't win for losing. So it was like at some point in time, like once that from like 15 to like 17, then when I found out, it was like, oh, it was no holds barred after that. It was no holds barred today. I was like completely in. I'm honestly surprised. Like I'm surprised I don't have a record. I'm surprised I'm not dead. Like I was just one of the lucky ones. I got lucky. Like everything I did, I just got lucky.
All right, so at 18, you said, fuck all that. I'm going to just do whatever I want to do.
Basically, yeah.
What pulled you back? What kind of flipped the script for you where you was like, this is kind of getting crazy?
Fun fact, comic books.
Oh, okay.
Comic books. Fucking one day, I think it was a TV show, because back in the day, the Hulk had like an animated TV show that came on. It had this corny music, this, and the third. But I saw the TV show. And then when I saw the TV show, I saw one episode where he was fighting some boy named Doc Samson. He's fighting, but the boy that he was fighting named Doc Samson was a therapist. And so, ironically,
fighting a therapist, the Hulk is shot the fuck out.
He was fighting a therapist, but the therapist became super powered, or was super powered already, to fight the Hulk.
That's probably just through the Hulk's like point of view. He was just a normal therapist, and the Hulk didn't want no therapy.
He was like, no, Hulk don't need to discuss.
Right.
But
Hulk has no feelings.
I resonated a lot with the dual personality system of Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Whereas Bruce always looked at Hulk as a monster, and Hulk always looked at Bruce Banner as like, you're this pathetic, weak thing and whatnot. And that's kind of, that duality, I don't know how, but I resonated with it at a time. And then I saw, like, via comics, I saw like, oh, you can, looking at something in a third person point of view gives you a bigger perspective than when you're in it. Like I didn't realize the things that were happening or I was doing was setting me down a path until I'm reading a comic book and I'm like, oh shit, this and the third. Like obviously I'm not throwing cars or fighting supervillains, obviously, but when I'm in
damn near, you fighting every nigga in Philadelphia.
I mean,
there's plenty of supervillains that you punched them.
Yeah, more or less. Honestly, I like I said, I fought a lot, like a lot,
yeah.
Like unnecessary amount to the point where it's like when I meet people now that's like, oh, I've never been in a fight. I'm like, how? How have you? Did you? I'm like
3 a day.
I'm like, did you go to school? Right. Like, did you go to public school? Did you get in a fight? Like, I remember the first day of middle school, I got into a fight. First day of middle school. Mind you, because I remember someone cut in front of me in line to go in the school.
And you trashed him.
It was just excited for education. Yes.
It was
this fucking guy.
Somebody cut in front of me and I'm like, what? This and the third. We wound up fighting literally right there. Like, so I'm like, how do you go without, fighting all of your life?
Do you think that the way you kind of like had to navigate shit on your own and all shit you went through growing up had something to do with why you were fighting so much, or you liked fighting? You were just a degenerate.
I definitely liked fighting.
Okay.
Like
degenerate.
Like, yeah, I definitely enjoy fighting. I don't know. At the time, I didn't realize it, but obviously as I grew older, I realized it. Fighting was an outlet. I was angry a lot, like for no reason. Like I was just angry.
No, I wouldn't say for no reason. It kind of sounds like you went through some shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I said, it was just like the outlet I was using. Like obviously back then I didn't know, but now I look back and I'm like, oh yeah. But I was angry a lot. And so it was like at the drop of a dime, I'd fight anybody. I don't care who you were.
Right.
And mind you, I didn't have to be mad at you to fight you. If you say, literally, as we sit here right now, George, if you were just like, oh, fight me outside, I'm like, okay, sure. Mm-hmm. We can go outside, fight, come back in here and talk. Like, I don't have any animosity to you. Like, a lot of times you see people fight.
The symbolism of the first episode he watches is Hawk fighting a therapist. It's kind of crazy.
Are you a therapist? Like, do I?
No, I'm just saying, like that.
Oh, yeah.
You watched it, you was like, yeah, fuck therapy and mental health. I'm all right.
Well, I have a psychology degree, if that counts for anything,
So you might have to fight this guy.
You went to Seton Hall. It don't count.
Damn.
It don't count.
You know what? We ain't even about to unpack that. But is the fighting shit how you got initiated? Word on the street in the hood was that you was in a gang, and nobody believed it until we got older.
Yeah, but a long time ago, yes, that's literally what happened. Yeah.
Was it the Moon Gang? What kind of gang was you in? He nervous, y'all. He nervous. You got on the spot.
I wouldn't say nervous is the right word, but like I said, it's long ago, so. I was quote unquote a blood, I guess, whatnot. Like I don't know how
oh shit.
I don't know how legit we were as I got older or whatnot, because obviously any group in any city can claim their Bloods or Crips, but being actually legitimate is a complete separate thing. So it was like I got jumped in, I jumped people in or whatnot. And, you know, it was like, you know, I was in that for a while, and it was like a lot of that was just a part of me just, I don't know, like I said, I was being angry. But I will say that they gave me something that I didn't have before.
Like a sense of family.
Yeah, like
community.
Like a lot of them.
That
like,
was your religion.
Yeah, more so, honestly. It wasn't like on no like zealot crazy stuff or whatnot.
It sounds like it.
No, it wasn't like that.
I jumped people in and I got jumped
I mean,
in.
if you wanted,
it was nothing crazy though. Like, what the fuck?
But
Violence is our religion.
but you gotta understand, like, I didn't look at fighting as like a high thing. To me, fighting isn't a thing. Fighting is just something that happens.
It was like talking.
Yeah, people take fight and say, like, people have to get, like, you see when people fight, they gotta get angry at each other. They gotta puff up, get mad. Meanwhile, I'm just like, are we going to fight? Like,
You know what you remind me of, actually? I don't know if it was like Street Fighter, Ryu. Somebody said, oh, like fighters communicate through their hands, through their fists, or some old shit.
Yeah, that's like a thing I said a lot.
Yeah, that's what the fuck you sound like. Is like you could understand a person when your fist went through their teeth.
I mean, I wouldn't say go through their teeth, but yeah, I will say that like fighting against somebody and also fighting with somebody, it does build like some form of camaraderie. Like if I'm getting jumped and you come help me get jumped, and I'm getting jumped by like 6 other dudes, and it's 2 against 6 now. After that fight's over, I'm gonna look at you different. Like, no, you my mans now. Like, we cool now. Like, if you need something, like, I got you.
He's trying to fight you and shit.
Yeah. Like, you ain't punch hard enough.
I saw you pulling punches, pussy.
Right. So you're in a gang. You're young. Is your grandfather talking to you? Is he trying to like?
Oh, nobody know.
Nobody know.
Okay. Like I can't literally like.
Nobody cared.
You would argue yes, because literally at the point in time like of this happening, I'm outside a lot. Like, remember I told you how I said, like, I'm outside too much or I'm inside too much? This is the part where I was outside too much. And everybody thought, like, oh, he's Jonathan. He's at his friend's house or something like that. Because it's like, you know, people were like, I had friends on the block and I would go to their houses and I would disappear for hours at a time and nobody came calling for me or looking for me. So it was like, it was old but so easy just to be like, oh, well, you know, yeah, I was at my friend's house.
So how'd you get out?
I just
kind of aged out.
I just kind of aged.
Got your CDO and shit.
What is that? It's either your CDL or becoming a cop is like the stripper version for dudes.
That's funny as shit.
But I wouldn't say necessarily I got out. I more so phased out. Okay. Like I just stopped going around there. I stopped being around there. Eventually I moved again. And once I moved from where I was at, which was in West Philly, because I lived on like Columbia Avenue, once I moved from there to like Germantown, I moved from there to Germantown, and then from Germantown I went back in the West. But this was when I started meeting. I met y'all on 50th and Girard, which is funny because at the time from Germantown to meeting y'all on 50th and Girard, in the middle of that time for like probably a week or like 2 weeks, I was homeless. Like I was home. I was sleeping in the park.
How? I thought you had family that you could
I had family, but at the point in time, well, I wouldn't say they were family per se, but at the point in time, we had a falling out. And one day when I got off of work, I came to the house, the locks were changed. Couldn't get in, key didn't work, nothing. So I was like, oh, what do I do? Well, I broke in, got my shit, and I bounced.
Of course you did.
But then I didn't have nowhere to go, so I was in a park for a while. Thankfully, it was the summertime, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But in a time being of that time frame is around the time where I started popping up on 50th and Girard. So it just lucked out, honestly. Right. Like I was only out on the street for like 2 weeks probably. And then after
only
that,
2 weeks.
So you met him when you was homeless?
I was just about being homeless, yes.
You know, 2 weeks is a long fucking time to not have somewhere to live, right?
To be honest, it kind of like blurs together.
Okay.
And like the way, because considering I didn't have like I talked to my wife about this a lot. How my wife was like, she was raised on like love. I was raised on survival. So no matter what it is, I'm going to get through it. Like point blank period. Like if I gotta eat whatever or do it, I'm going to get through it.
I know firsthand.
Yeah. So it's like,
What?
Just the way you said it just sounded funny.
I wasn't
your friend.
It just sounded funny.
That's all he said. He's your friend.
But,
you don't gotta fight him. Relax. All right. Take it easy.
But like it was just like, if whatever I'm going through is like I've always like I don't know if it's a crutch or however I use it or whatnot, but I'm always the point of like no matter how bad things are, I try not to dwell on it because me being upset of bad thing while bad things are happening doesn't make the bad thing go away. It makes me feel worse. So I'm like, I'm just going to deal. Right? This is the hand I'm dealt. I just got to deal with it. I just got to do what I got to do.
Right.
And then once again, like I said, I literally just lucked up. Like going to 50th and Girard, that was a lucky situation. Yeah. Like, cause Donna, she just let me stay. She just let me stay there. Like just meeting me, just let me stay there. I'm like,
well, let me stop you because I will say I don't think it was 100% luck. I think you're obviously a good dude, aside from all your villainous, murderous bullshit. And you're smart.
The way George looked around, he's like, "Are you sure we're talking about the same person?"
And like when you meet him, like you can tell, like, all right, this dude's solid. Like I don't have to like worry about him doing some shit behind my back. Like you give the kind of energy where it's like, yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up, your wife made an ugly shirt. I'm sorry to have to tell you. Like you're that type of person. So I think people respect that, and I've seen people gravitate towards you because aside from all the shit you've been through, like look at you now. You're a functioning, contributing member of society. You've raised a beautiful family. You take care of your kids and your wife. So it's not by luck. You've done things to put yourself in a position to fucking succeed.
I'm trying to.
If you cry, we cutting this whole fucking thing. Just so you know.
Title: we invited a bitch on the show.
That's so. I couldn't even be mad at you, and you have to have the Jordan face on me.
Wow.
I'm just thinking that'd be funny.
That's the thumbnail, bro.
Right.
Have his body with a Jordan thumbnail.
That'd be hilarious. I could never not laugh at that.
But wait, so how did you guys officially meet? Like, and what was that like? Because you keep saying, what is it, 50th and
Girard.
Girard. So what was there that you guys ran into each other?
Were you going to school with Tony?
Nope.
Or James?
Nope. Wasn't going to school, but no. Tony went to school before me, but I think I met y'all through Tony first.
Okay. So Tony was like our big brother and whole situation.
But yeah, I met them through Tony first or whatnot. And then through Tony, I was just around. Ironically, I was just around a lot. And then, eventually me and Chris became cool. Yeah. And then by proxy, once I was hanging around Tony and Chris so much, Larry was there, obviously, or whatnot. So then, I met Larry. And then, we got times where we could spend days on end playing Monster Hunter or whatnot, or Dynasty Warriors or something out.
John was my right-hand man. I always thought, like, as kids growing up, that me and John were best friends, only to find out that John had a real best friend, and I was just, like, chopped liver to him.
Who was your best friend? Glock or some shit?
No, I've never owned a Glock.
Wow. Yeah, tell everybody your best friend's name so we can tag him in this video.
Well, my best friend now is.
Don't say now. Your best friend.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
Just go ahead. You don't have to be. It's okay.
You really being around the bush.
My best friend is a guy named Marlon. He's my
Marlon. Shout out Marlon, best friend John. He stamped you. Congratulations.
There it is. It's official. It's on the internet.
This guy. I mean, but that's my best friend. He held me down. I ain't gonna fraud. He looked out for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny he's saying that because I remember like the first house I bought was in Southwest Philly. I was like rehabbing and shit, but living in it and it was a lot of fucking work. Like I was working on a bathroom, electric, all that shit. But John was like, "Yo, I need a place to crash." I was like, "Yo, bro, I got you. Say no more." Me and John in there thugging it out in the dark. Certain spots got electric, some don't. We just
gave him shelter and shit.
Yeah, and what's crazy is to hear him sit here and say, "Oh, my man Marlon helped me down, bro. I saved you."
That's kind of crazy.
I saved
you were
you
homeless
from
for
the
2 weeks.
slums.
But me being homeless too wasn't. Not being homeless wasn't because of him. That was later on.
But you could have been more homeless.
I mean, I could have been homeless plus. I was homeless like before.
New game. Homeless new game.
Nah.
Homeless simulator.
But like on some real shit, like John was one of those dudes, and I guess this thing I'll ask you about. John's one of those dudes you can like depend on him to ride for you, no matter what.
No matter.
And that's what got you shot, right? Is riding for your friends.
Nay.
That's a crazy segue.
I would. Is it a crazy segue, George?
I mean, the way he just put it
why
together.
don't you walk us through in detail what happened? Because I don't get
what
it.
happened that day was honestly happenstance, because when it all transpired, we were literally coming from downtown. We were literally coming from the club. Like we were whatnot. We went to
Being hosts.
We went to a McDonald's. We were dancing in said McDonald's, and I'm assuming people in the McDonald's or whatnot, they took what we were doing the wrong type of way or whatnot. Which is I used to dance a long time.
What do you like, strip or like pop lock? You gotta be specific.
Yeah, because
I used to
in my head.
You thought I was a stripper. Just
100%.
one stripper. There was no other type of dance.
Survival.
There
You
was no
said
type
it
of,
earlier.
that's the only type of survival. You're like survival strippers. It got it. It's just how it is.
One of the same.
That's horrible. But like dance, like popping, like break dancing and stuff like that. I did that for a while, whatnot. And inside when we were dancing, and this is form of dance is called tutting. You know, like think of King Tut, Egyptian and stuff like that and whatnot. But there's a style called finger tutting where you just like use your fingers to do stuff like this and whatnot. That's it. Like you just do stuff like that. Simple stuff.
Ladies, if he's ever made you orgasm, this is how, because he mastered the art of
Finger tutted you.
finger tuts.
You've been tutted. just walk away through, walk off into the night. That's it. But we were dancing stuff like that, and I guess they took that the wrong way and whatnot because we got into an altercation with them inside said place establishment and whatnot. But then we were told to leave. We all left. Long story short, we're walking up the block or whatnot. Next thing I know, these people come out of nowhere, this and the third. We're all fighting. We're all mixing, this and the third. Because it was like, what? I want to say it was a few of us. Most of them was girls. And it was me, another guy. I think it was one other dude. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. To my knowledge, I don't really remember. But it was a lot of other dudes. They were basically jumping us. We wound up getting to like 1v1 situations or whatnot. I hold my own. That's all I can say. I hold my own.
Talk your shit.
So then after everything is said and done or whatnot, the cops come, they break it all up, this and the third. We all get back together. We all link it back up. We with the girls, we laughed, this and the third. We start walking up a block or whatnot. Then we walk up said block. It's like this pickup truck just goes shooting down like the cross block. Then we hear the skirt. And so instantly I'm just like, I stop, look, I'm like, next thing you know, all you hear is gunshots. Bah, bah, bah. So first thing I'm like, run. One of my homies, he takes off. There's a girl we with. I start to take off, but then like in the trajectory of how everything is going, if I didn't get him or her out of the way first, it would have been them instead of me. So once he took off and got out the way, then I got out. I was about to start running, but she was right there. The girl was right there behind me. Turned around, I grabbed her, threw her to the ground or whatnot. Not domestic abuse. I threw her to the ground or whatnot. And in the time it takes me to throw her to the ground, next thing I know, I get hit like 3 times.
And you know what's so crazy? Like when people hear stories like this, they're like, "Oh damn, bro got shot," and that's like supposed to be like the end of the story.
Yeah.
But you had a job, which you could not work for months.
For months on end. Yep.
And you couldn't pay your bills, none of that shit, and that caused a whole slew of issues for you.
Facts, yeah.
And even now to this day, the bullets are lodged in your back.
Yep.
You know?
I have 2 bullets still inside of me. One of them is like right next to my spine. So it's like, if this is my spine, this is the bullet. And so at the point in time, I would argue they wouldn't do surgery because they told me that it was too close to my spine to do surgery, but I'm going to chalk that up to I ain't have health insurance. So they was like, yeah, we're not going to waste our time.
Not on this one.
Not on this one. He might make it.
Not the 15th of the night.
Yeah, nah. It's too much,
They're like, well, we won't do surgery, but if you want to buy a wheelchair, we have these payment plan options.
Basically.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. All right, so since we're talking about murders and how many bodies you got, John. Wow. George, you said you wanted to talk about this. What's her name? Gypsy Rose?
Gypsy Rose. Do you know who Gypsy Rose is? Yeah, I didn't know who she was either. My wife kind of introduced this whole story to me. She's like a hot topic right now because she just got out of prison. She was in prison for 10 years. I think she got out December 28th or some shit. A little bit of backstory
Free
is
Gypsy.
a little bit of backstory is her mom was essentially making up stories, keeping her sick, giving her like treatments to make her look sick, shaving her head so that people would think that she had some kind of cancer. She would lie to doctors to give like medicine for things that she didn't have. So very toxic mom doing some fucked up shit to her daughter.
Wait, sidebar. How you lie to doctors about things she
Yeah,
don't
which
have?
is crazy. Like she got the doctors to perform surgery on her that she didn't even need. I think one of the things was like she told the doctors that she had an overactive like salivating gland or something. So they kind of did some surgery to kind of prevent that from happening. But now she suffers from like dry mouth because she doesn't salivate the way that she should.
Bruh, wasn't there a movie about this?
I think there was a
feel
movie
like
based
there
on
was,
this
yeah.
story. Yeah. I mean, it happened 10 years ago, but she
that's-
just got out of
But
prison.
how do you convince doctors?
She's, first of
Well,
all,
you don't have no medical background, but she's not salivating. Wouldn't they check for that?
bro, first of all, doctors ain't that fucking smart. I said it
Apparently.
before.
And
I'll say it again. They are not that fucking smart. I'm sorry to say, and I just found out a lot of y'all don't make that much fucking money. So I'm sorry you wasted so many fucking years in school to be fucking slaves to these hospitals. But go ahead, finish your story. Sorry.
No. But yeah, she just got out and everybody's like hype, right? Oh, she finally got out. She was being abused. Now why did she go to prison? So she went to prison because she had a boyfriend at the time who she essentially convinced to kill her mom for her. So there's a lot of like back and forth. He didn't want to do it, but she convinced him to do it because he fell in love. She fell in love. And it was like, well, let's run away and you're never going to be able to leave if she's going to be so controlling. So he ends up killing the mom for her.
Shit.
And then they end up getting caught. So
Wait. Did you read how they got caught?
yeah, the Gypsy Rose, the daughter, posted up on Facebook, the crazy bitch is dead.
On her Facebook.
And so everybody's saw this and was like, well, the mom's been missing. She disappeared. And then she puts that on her Facebook. Everybody's like, oh, well, she did it. So they got caught.
Right. Clearly.
The cops traced her IP address.
So then she gets sentenced to 10 years for like, what is it? Third degree, murder, whatever. Now the boyfriend got sentenced for first degree murder.
Okay.
And is doing life in prison. And she like testified that, oh no, it was my idea. He didn't want to do it. I convinced him to do it. They were trying to create that as the scenario, but now he's in prison for life. She's out married to another dude.
Damn.
And this guy's just going to get buried under the prison. And I was like, is no one really talking about this guy? Because he did what he did because of her to protect her in that way. Now his life is gone. She's out here living lavish, making millions now because of her story, married. She's doing great.
She gotta be putting monies on his books.
I don't know, bro.
She gotta
Fuck
be.
no.
She gotta be. Ain't no way you're not.
Hold on. Now, I'm curious to have this conversation. John, do you think he deserves to be doing life in prison?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, George doesn't. I'm pretty sure.
I don't look. The thing is if he is, she should. It's like
That I
it's
agree
not
with.
10 years
That I
for the
agree
one
with.
that convinced him to do it.
Now-
then this guy gets, I think it was life plus 25 years.
Plus 25. He's never getting up.
Listen, if you happen to meet the expectation of what we think life is, you got 25
25 extra years.
But just in case you got too comfortable, motherfucker.
I think my main confusion comes from, I'm trying to remember how the charges come when it comes to murder or whatnot. I know first degree is intentional murder.
Yep.
Second degree is accidental, I think.
It's maybe.
I'm just thinking.
I don't want to say the wrong thing. Get
Yeah, because
chewed
you're
in the
not
fucking
you're not
comments.
internet. Like you telling me you don't
You'll
know
be the
it.
one in the comments to say what it is, and now you don't know that you're on the show. Hey, you fucking fraud.
It's not how
He
my
been
brain
doing
works.
Google searches to tell us how we wrong. But when he come on the show, I don't know how it really works.
It's not how my brain works. It's not how my brain works. The little people got to find the file first. That's how it is.
But yeah, I don't know how the
but
degrees work.
But either way, but you know, No, that's a segue. Jesus, because I was like, I'm not against people Googling things on site to gather information. I feel like that's a legitimate thing people should do.
We need. Do you watch Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yeah.
We need a Jamie. That's
Facts. Yeah, Jamie, look that up. Jamie, Jamie be over there. Jamie
Be quick with that shit, too.
bro. 30 seconds.
quick.
or less.
It don't take no long. But however the charges work, if third degree is like, oh well, you were the mastermind behind the entire thing. I'm like, she should get life too.
Yeah, I feel like if you're the mastermind,
like
you probably deserve something ahead of first degree.
Facts.
Because you're the reason why this whole shit happened.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, and this is what you were. I know you were kind of alluding to, like the fact that you don't think he should have gotten as much time as he did.
Not
right?
more than her.
Yeah. But here's the thing: she was actually being abused. Like she actually had surgery on her. She actually had to take these fucking fake ass medications for these fake ass diseases. He had no skin in the game other than the skin she had, which is what he wanted.
apparently.
So you inserted yourself literally and metaphorically into a situation that
But this is what
had
me
nothing
and
to do
you
with
would
you.
say, like, and guys need to learn how to mind their business. And
Captain
me and you
Save-A-Heart.
have said it multiple times on the show. We've shown clips where like women are being like, oh, they expect men that they don't know to step in and kind of be their saving grace in situations. Men need to, we've trained ourselves to turn a fucking blind eye.
Mind your
Because if we
motherfucking
step
business.
into the light
And
and,
then-
kill someone who was abusing you, I'm doing life, you're doing 10, you getting married, getting out, getting millions. You're the hero of this story, and I'm getting fucked.
And the judge ain't trying to hear, oh, he was being a real man, Your Honor. The judge ain't trying to hear that.
the judge don't watch Kevin Samuel, so
judge
no,
don't
she
care
don't
about
give a
none of
fuck
that.
about none of that shit.
Judge don't care about none of that.
She's like, what did you kill him with? A hammer, Your Honor. 35 years plus 70. It's like,
Take him away, bailiff. Take him away.
So
take
that,
him away, bailiff.
so that's what I heard the story. The only thing that really caught my attention was like, oh, he got heavy-handed fucked. Like,
I'll probably say the fact that she's out and about with
and
money.
people
'cause
are
of
like
it.
celebrating her.
That's-
Like, it's like crazy because she's again like she's the hero.
What
Everybody's
Larry,
like, woo.
Well, what Larry said makes sense. Like, mind you, she has skin in the game to be like, oh, I wanted this lady dead. And honestly,
And she found a way to get it done
if
without her doing it.
If she would have killed her mom, she probably could have got off either with a lighter sentence. Still.
Exactly.
But her asking him to do it gave him life. And it's like,
Damn.
what was the judge doing when he saw? He was like, all right, you're stupid. I get that. I get why you did it because you're dumb. So that makes sense. But you're the mastermind, but you had a reason. So I see that. So what I want to do is I'm going to give y'all both life in prison. That's what I'm going to do.
Nah, don't work like that. The idiot, we went off the street permanently, just in case you decide to get influenced by somebody
Just in
else.
case someone else tricks you.
You, the mastermind, you might have something to contribute to society. I'm gonna give you 10. Go ahead out, get married, have kids,
So she
raise
can
them to be
manipulate someone
masterminds.
else?
Exactly.
But keep the cogs working.
Don't cut her off.
Keep the cogs
Somebody
working.
gonna kill you on her behalf.
I'm gonna fuck y'all up right now. Courts don't get paid unless there are criminals.
This is true.
So we got to get the ones who will kill people off the streets, but the ones who will convince people to kill people,
Keep them on the street.
keep them on the fucking
Keep the
street.
machine
Hilarious.
working. Keep the machine
Hilarious.
working.
It's a fucking infinite money glitch they got going.
Not the glitch.
GTA Court
He's
Edition.
up there. He's up there. Left, right, up, down.
Damn.
Gavel.
Gavel.
Oh shit.
Fucking trash.
Yeah, that was the only real reason that I wanted to talk about it. She's been all over fucking TikTok, and women are like celebrating her. So I was like, let's talk about
How
it.
old is she now? How old would she be?
I actually do not know.
I'll look it up, actually, because
Jamie, look that up.
Jamie, that's hilarious. Let me see. How old is Ruby Rose? Oh, Ruby Rose. Jesus, like, Gypsy Rose.
I mean,
What about when it's an autopilot right there?
what you thinking about, Larry? Like, what you mean?
I was on the X earlier.
Oh, you
That's
thought,
my bad.
got
I
you.
was
Oh,
on the
okay.
X. That's my bad. My brain is. She's 32 years old right now. So she's our age.
No, it
basically.
depends on how old the dude she was talking
Oh,
about.
think that we're about the
fuck,
same
bro.
age.
Her birthday is fucking today. Wow. Holy shit. Happy birthday, Gypsy.
Hey,
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Not happy birthday, because
No, happy birthday.
no, because she fucked Boil over. Boil
Bro,
fucked
she
over.
played the character development shit perfectly, bro.
And then she's married to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like,
and
dog.
she got married to this dude like months after the other one got to prison. Like, it was like very quick.
That's crazy.
They both got booked. The other one, she's like, I'm never seeing him again. And she got married.
You know they were only together for like a couple hours, and he's talking about, oh, this is my soulmate.
Wait, who? The new boy? Or the boy
No,
that
the killer. I think his name is Nick or something.
the killer? He was for a few hours?
He only was like physically with her for a couple hours. And
They were dating online for a couple of years, though.
We have
okay.
to do
Online is different.
Yeah.
Though. Like,
Men, we have
And then
to
they
do
had like
better.
2 in-person dates, and then he was like, I'm ready to kill for you.
But that, to be honest,
Outrageous.
that's like the more you delve deep into this, that's like a segue to a whole other thing, because it's like, oh, women want us to do this. If we don't do this, we're not deemed as men. But if we do this, we can either die, end up in prison, or just be disabled for the rest of our lives, and that's fine. Those criteria is within the realm of, for women, it's like, oh, that makes sense, yeah.
and then they'll leave you.
Then they'll leave you and they're embarrassed somebody else. Meanwhile, he's behind bars.
There was a TikTok that I saw a while ago where this woman walked up to a guy that was working in a gas station, and she's like, can you walk me outside? Because like, I'm afraid to be outside by myself. And he's like asking questions like, is there anybody out there? Are you by yourself? Like, where's your car? And women in the comments were like, dude, just go walk her outside. Like, why are you asking all these questions? Clearly she's afraid. Guys were like, what? No, we have to ask these questions.
Yeah,
I'm not about to just go follow some girl outside. I don't know what the situation. She could be setting me up. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I mean, even besides setting him up, besides, like, I want to know if you're afraid of something. I need to know the level of afraid you are. What is the criteria? Is there somebody out there with a weapon? Are there multiple people out there with weapons? Oh, are you afraid for your life? Is somebody going to go out there and shoot you?
Tell them why, John.
Huh? Because because I want to die.
You want to prepare
Like, I didn't even prepared. Because like, if you're out there, there's multiple guys out there with weapons trying to beat your ass. One, what did you do? That's one. But two,
You're not allowed to ask that question.
You're not allowed to ask that question.
You can't do that.
no.
This is proof right here that John hates women, and I have his rap book, so we're going to expose him later on today.
We got him.
not me hating women. I'm God.
John hates women.
Clip it and ship it.
You know, it's funny.
Clip it and ship it.
It's
I like
funny
that.
because when I show some people this, because I have this one friend, and I make that joke.
Was it your other best friend?
No, he's not, but he's a friend. But I make the joke all the time that he hates women. I make that joke all the time.
So does my wife.
He's going to see this, and it's going to be pandemonium, yo.
Oh, yeah. I hope that you share it with people you love. That's the kind of audience that we're trying to build here. I know George always like, oh, send it to somebody that you hate and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we like that you share it with people you appreciate.
I'm going to share it with everybody.
As you should.
If it's on my page, whether you like me or hate me, you gonna look at it.
Now, I had another story.
What's the other story?
This John, I was like reading it. It's a Reddit post.
Hey, don't say all right when I'm talking.
You're going to fuck with it because you love Reddit posts.
I do love Reddit.
All right. But this is like a long thing, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. I think so, actually.
Yeah, I did that shit twice today.
Woman with 9 months left to live asks her husband.
Woman or women?
A woman with 9 months.
Reading
9
is
months
hard.
left to live.
Arkansas.
This guy fucked me up. What's up with you, bro? Hey, you a guest on our show. And you come in here like this?
He a regular.
I'm a regular. I'm on the outside. I'm on the outside half the time.
What are you doing here?
I'm here now.
Anyway, a woman with 9 months left to live asks husband if she can sleep with her ex one last time. All right, so the guy goes on Reddit.
Wait, hold on. What is she dying from?
So he goes on and all he said was terminal disease. He didn't tell us
HIV?
what it was. But apparently the doctors was telling him that in 4 to 5 months, she's going to be in a wheelchair. Anything past that, she's going to be bedridden and it could be any moment.
Okay.
So she goes up to him and was like, I have one last wish. Can I sleep with my ex one last time before I die? She tells him that he was the most compatible sexually with her. And what she gets from him is more like an emotional sex.
She's married.
Yeah.
And wants to have sex with her.
Yeah.
ex.
So now he's like torn between whether like, oh no, or do I give my dying wife her last wish?
This is a double. This is crazy because
double-edged penis. That's what you were gonna say.
That's what she's looking for.
You know they make dildos like that. Got 2 penises on the other side.
Tell me more, Larry.
I'm about to say, you don't say. Tell us more, Larry.
You act like you ain't never seen it, motherfucker. I know you.
I haven't.
I've seen your browsing history.
What do you mean?
Freak leak.
Crazy. Look at him getting nervous.
He's out there looking at double-edged penis. Why are you looking that up? I don't know. I'm curious.
That shit was already searched.
Double the fun.
You using his phone?
That's crazy.
2 hairs, 1 tip.
But yeah, so how do y'all respond to this?
No, I want to know what did he let her sleep with them, or is
He didn't give a response. We never got an answer from him.
He let her do it, man. Okay. There's no response. He let her do it.
Yeah, he did it.
People are like, divorce her. And others are like, what's the point? She's dying.
She cooked, bro. Yeah, what the fuck is the point?
It's that one. This is 3-parter because 1, he shouldn't have brought that shit to Reddit.
He should not have.
He should not. He should have. If whether he did let her do it or he did not, he should have kept that with himself.
And all these Reddit posts start the same. This is my burner account.
I bet it is your burner.
I'm sure.
Because my wife is going to see this. Yeah, they all say the same.
You know, that's the thing about Reddit. A lot of times it made me like second guess. Like, what's the validity of this? Is this real? Like, are you telling the truth? Or did you just make up a story to get people to talk?
Hey, that's the internet, man.
People are actually this stupid, though.
I agree with.
The people out there are Vin Diesel fans. So there are people who are actually very fucking stupid.
I just want to clear up. I will not support any slander of Vin Diesel.
What's your favorite Vin Diesel movie?
What is your favorite Vin Diesel movie?
That one, I think Vin Diesel. I'm looking at the camera because I want them to.
It's fucking Groot and shit.
Yeah.
This guy, his performance as Groot was phenomenal.
His performance as Groot is clearly something to be Oscar-worthy performance. Anybody that could put that much emotional effort into saying, I am Groot. Or when he's angry, I am Groot. Like, come on. That man can act his way out of a cardboard box if he so chooses to.
Yeah, so that's a whole thing. You know that we got attacked more for talking about Vin Diesel than we did Batman? So that should tell you what the fuck the internet is on.
Hey man, Batman fans are used to the Batman slander.
The Vin Diesel fans was not ready for it.
Like, whoa, what you mean? He's a national treasure.
Unbelievable.
Bruh.
Superman.
I'm
definitely strong.
Curious now.
Especially in fast movies.
Vin Diesel's salary for playing Groot. You're probably familiar with the rumor that Vin Diesel was paid $54.5 million for voicing Groot across majority of MCU appearances. Turns out that this is categorically false. Blah, blah, blah. For years, it was assumed Diesel made roughly $13 million per appearance. But if that's not true, then how much did he actually make? As of this writing, Diesel has a net worth of $225 million. Yeesh, that's it.
200.
That's it. And has brought in more than $7 billion.
Comments, how much you got?
Right.
Oh, you don't got any money. How you going to play? I just want to clear up. Being able to finesse the I am Groot.
Why do you say he's finessed?
Listen,
I'm curious.
Listen.
You know that Marvel spent millions of dollars trying to get the perfect person to play Groot.
You could have recorded someone saying, you could have heard a child saying I am Groot and then put it in a system, edited it with a deeper tone and got the same result.
But this is also the same Marvel that thought that fucking Love and Thunder Thor was a good movie.
I see what you did.
I'm very clear.
Wait,
I'm very curious.
I don't think Marvel thought it was a good movie. I think they put it in the hands of what's his name? I don't want to butcher his name.
No, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead, say it. Just say it. It's okay. It's the internet.
The guy that directed the Thor movie.
Now he's scared to talk.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, hold on.
They gonna find you.
They gonna find you. I'm gonna have all these people on my like. You thought. I'm like, well, whoever directed the Love and
You know what's so hold on. I'm about to fuck you up. You know what's hilarious about this moment? The irony. He's the guy in the comments, scared of the guy in the comments.
Right.
I wouldn't say I'm scared of the guy in the comments.
Then fuck the name up. Yeah.
I'm not trying to fuck his name up for the simple fact of the matter. It's not about being a friend. It's about, his name is from a different ethnic background.
His name is Takiki Wyatt. All right. Go ahead. Now repeat it.
Takiki Wyatt.
Yeah.
I was about to say Kiki Palmer or something. What? What is that?
I don't think she directed nothing but her fucking
Usher appearance.
Yeah.
But I don't think Marvel thought it was a good or a bad movie. They just thought this guy is a renowned director. People like him. Some people like it. They thought he was going to make a good movie.
Okay.
And, some people didn't like it. Some people didn't and whatnot. Yeah. Some people did.
What's your favorite Vin Diesel movie?
Huh?
What is your favorite Vin Diesel movie? You heard me.
What we talking about?
Go ahead. Just blurt it out.
What up?
What's your favorite Vin Diesel movie?
What's my favorite? Who movie?
Now we playing crazy. All right.
Right. I just went ahead just in case you started this bullshit, so I can tell you how good of an actor.
Damn it! No Vin Diesel movie. I don't have one.
I want to tell you how good of an actor he is, and this is just a snippet, small sample size. You guys in the comments, since you glaze him so much, y'all can figure out how well he does. Fast and the Furious, George. Guess what the Rotten Tomato score was for the Fast and the Furious first one?
60%.
Lower, 54.
54. Oof.
54. Too fast.
Critics or audience?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it does matter.
It doesn't matter. IMDb gave it 6.8. Yeah.
I mean, it's an okay movie.
Too Fast, Too Furious, George.
That one's got to be lower.
Why's it got to be lower, George?
What number are we giving it?
Black guy in it?
Now we're talking.
Yeah,
I would say 40%.
37.
And I actually really enjoy that movie. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Tokyo Drift. This is where I stopped the series. Wow, Jesus. Series. What did it get, George?
That one would probably be higher. Let's throw it in. No?
No.
Really?
It's not
I'm going to say
higher.
55.
That's crazy.
Nope.
So
20?
lower than 30?
37. They got the same fucking score as Too Fast, Too Furious.
Fun fact between Too Fast, Too Furious and Tokyo Drift, there are many movies or many skits in between those.
Why is that a fun fact?
Because it's a fun fact.
Vin Diesel in it?
No, they're saving Vin Diesel in it.
Oh, okay.
Remember how one of them it starts with like they rescued him already?
Yeah.
In the little skits, I think one of them's called like Los Banderos for some reason. Don't ask me why that's the title, but that's the title. It's a little skit and whatnot, and it shows them rescuing him.
John, are you racist?
No.
Why'd you just say Los Banderos?
Because that's the name. That's the title of the movie.
But you said it
or skit.
You said it without
because it doesn't make any sense for that to be the name of the title when the movie prior to that is Fast and Furious. Okay. Too Fast. None of the Fast and the Furious franchise movies have titles like that. So it's like, why is this title Los Band? What were you trying to accomplish by making that the title?
Well, you know what it is that at the time, a lot of the demographic that they were getting was Hispanics in the Latin community.
Why? Because of the cars?
I think so. And Vin Diesel was heavy-handed pandering towards them.
Gotcha.
You could tell because my man was drinking Coronas nonstop.
Wasn't his girlfriend also Hispanic in the movie?
Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay.
And then I think in the most recent Fast and the Furious movie, maybe the one prior, we find out like his grandma or something like that is Hispanic, and we're like, so now we're really like solidifying it that Vin Diesel in the Fast franchise
one
is
thing
Hispanic.
about him, he's strong in the movies. He's definitely strong.
Oh yeah. My man caught a car. Like there was a car launched at him, and he kind of like threw it to the side.
One of my favorite ones is the one with Jason Momoa in it. He has a gun in one hand, a rifle in one hand. He backhands.
Oh yeah.
The car like backhand grips it and lifts it up.
That's the newest one.
I'm like, that's a feat of strength, sir.
The first time that they started displaying the strength was in the fourth one, where he was like holding a dude on the hood of a car, and then he's holding like an entire engine by like a chain. Yeah, and we're like, how heavy is an engine, right? Like that,
bro. What?
Yeah.
An engine takes at least 2 grown ass men.
My man was like 1 arm.
Not for Vin Diesel, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
That's what it started. This little fucking
maybe I'm
charade.
just a weak bitch. I don't get it.
You are.
But yeah, people fucking love Vin Diesel.
That's hilarious.
Listen, I enjoy the Fast and the Furious.
Me too.
We know you do.
And
I actually like Riddick. Is pretty good. I like
Riddick is definitely good.
Yeah. Pitch Black.
They're supposed to be making another one. There's supposed to be another one coming out. I don't know.
And I'll watch it.
Hopefully not.
Same. I'm going to watch it too. Same.
Pitch Black.
Yeah,
that's another one.
The entire series of Pitch Black is.
And I know his very first movie was.
I don't know.
Saving Private Ryan.
That was his first movie.
Yeah. And he got sniped in that, John.
Good.
I don't even remember Vin Diesel being in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, he was in there.
And I've watched Saving Private Ryan at least 4 times.
That's too little times. That movie's amazing.
Of course you don't remember. You hate women.
What does Saving Private Ryan got to do with hating women?
Oh, so you missed the entire point of that movie then?
Basically.
I don't think it had anything to do with hating women.
I guess you missed it.
All right. John, since we're rapping, we want to stick with this that you hate women point and talk about your rap career.
My rap career?
Yeah. Why didn't you tell us that you were like a successful rapper?
Never
Is that right?
No.
Wait
You
until the
were
end.
never a
What is the
successful
lead way?
rapper.
What is the lead way to this? Because this is crazy.
I'm offended that you're sitting here lying to us
Okay.
on our podcast. man.
Lamar Odom. Look it up on
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, sure. What
Larry.
whoever the fuck that is.
That's Larry Brown's big
John,
called
I
Lamar Odom.
have your rap book here. And I'm gonna verify this for the internet. George, doesn't it say John's Secret Book of Raps?
It actually does.
Okay.
It actually does. Crazy that you would kind of title it that.
And crazy that I would title it.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, facts.
John, so I'm gonna read some of these bars that
Gotcha.
you have written down.
Got you.
I'm gonna be honest, they're a little amateur. They sound like nursery rhymes. So
Got you.
you just go ahead and finish off your bars.
Gotcha.
And then we'll go on to you're laughing like you
Because he got caught. He's caught.
Facts.
Right,
Red-handed, man.
again, ladies, this has nothing to do with me. This is John's Secret Book of Raps.
Secret book. Of
Merry Christmas, throw some dough, shake that ass you.
Stupid hoe.
Okay.
And it's not his, he says.
It's not his. It's not his. Roses are red, violets are grape. Go in that kitchen and make me a
Cake.
okay. John is very good. You know,
Why you want to keep this book a secret, bro?
Because, man, it's just too much for the world, man. I ain't trying to topple the music industry with my bars.
do you talk to your wife like this at home?
Huh? No. She talks to me like this. That's how she talks to me. That's why I do it like this, because the world can't do it, but she can. She can hurt me. The world can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, John, I have to say you were a fantastic guest today.
And I'm eager to see how you're going to comment down in this episode and correct yourself.
You'll be surprised.
You're going to hit the Google and be like, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
The Chronicles of Riddick isn't coming out.
And the only thing he's going to correct is your pronunciation of the director.
I'm like, actually, that's the only comment I'm going to leave.
Yo, you're funny as shit. But nah, George, you want to take us out of here? I'm going to hit the button.
Yeah, man. Look, everybody who stuck around, Happy New Year. We got a lot
That's
of
our
special
first
shit.
episode of the year.
2024 is here.
Yeah.
500 subscribers. We're knocking on the door. We're going to keep it moving, keep it grooving. Shout out to my man John over here for coming on to the show. That is your name, right?
Yes.
His name is Blood Su Young.
Blood too young.
Do you want to say anything to the camera? You want to shout anything out?
I don't know about shouting anything out, but thank everybody for having me. Thanks for being here. Follow the Mancave Podcast if you haven't done it yet.
Yes, sir.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is honestly one of my favorite podcasts to watch. I watch it often. Not just because Larry is my friend or George is becoming a friend. It's just because I like how they talk to each other. They make you feel at home. They make you feel comfortable. And if you want to feel comfortable while watching something and get lost in the sauce, you should follow the Mancave Podcast, baby.
I'm cutting all of that.
Don't follow the Mancave Podcast. hate George, and yeah.
Nah, I appreciate you. Shout out, man. We got a lot of special shit planned out for this year, man.
Yeah,
so
right,
stick
right.
around.
Yeah. And I appreciate that you emphasized friend and not best friend. So keep that same energy.
No, he knows.
We'll be back next week. Thank y'all.